Gallery Experience, The Business of Exhibiting Art. Episode 2. Who should you invite if you want to sell art? Imagine you are preparing for an exhibition. You have beautiful paintings. You have spent months creating them. You have found a gallery. You have prepared the frames. You have arranged the walls. And now you need people to come. So you start inviting everyone you know. Friends, family, neighbors, former classmates, other artists, people from your social media. And that is a good beginning. But if your goal is to actually sell artwork, there is another question you need to ask. Who are the people most likely to buy it? This is something many artists don't think about until the exhibition is already open. They concentrate on getting people through the door. But attendance and sales are not the same thing. 100 people can attend an exhibition and nobody may buy anything. Another exhibition may have only 30 visitors, but 3 of them may become serious buyers. So instead of thinking only about the number of visitors, think about the quality of the audience. Who are your potential buyers? The first group is obvious. Art collectors. Collectors may already understand the value of original artwork. They may have experience buying from galleries. They may be looking for a particular artist, subject, style, or medium. But don't assume that every collector will be interested in your work. Do some research. Look at the kinds of artwork they already collect. If someone collects contemporary figurative painting, your figurative exhibition may be very relevant. If someone specializes in photography, your photographic work may be more appropriate. The goal is not to invite everyone. The goal is to invite people who are likely to connect with what you create. The second group is interior designers. This can be an extremely important audience. An interior designer may not buy your painting for their own home. They may buy it for a client. And one designer may have many clients. Imagine an interior designer walking through your exhibition. They see a large painting that would be perfect for a hotel lobby. They see another that could work beautifully in a private residence. They see a smaller painting that could fit in an office. Suddenly, one person has the potential to connect your artwork with several different buyers. This is why artists should get to know designers. Don't approach them only by saying, "Please buy my painting." Instead, say, "I would love for you to see my work. I think some of these pieces might be useful for your projects." That changes the conversation. You are offering a possibility. The third group is architects and design professionals. Architects think about the entire environment. They understand space, scale, light, materials, color, and atmosphere. Original artwork can become an important part of an architectural project. A painting may be chosen for a private residence. A sculpture may become part of a public space. Photography may be used in a corporate environment. Building relationships with design professionals can therefore create opportunities that are much larger than a single sale. The fourth group is businesses. Many artists overlook businesses because they assume businesses are not interested in original art. But think about the spaces businesses create. Hotels, restaurants, corporate offices, law firms, financial firms, technology companies, beauty and wellness businesses, boutique stores, private clubs. These places often want their environments to feel distinctive. Art can help create that identity. A restaurant might want local artwork. A hotel might want a collection that reflects the character of the city. A company might want original artwork for its headquarters. A medical or wellness space might want calming paintings. The possibilities are much broader than the traditional gallery. The fifth group is hospitality professionals. Hotels, restaurants, resorts, event venues, and hospitality designers can be excellent connections for artists. And this is where the size and subject of your artwork become important. A huge dramatic painting may work beautifully in a hotel lobby. A series of smaller works may work better in a restaurant. A photographic series may work well in a hallway. The artist who understands where their artwork can live has a much larger potential market. The sixth group is art consultants. Art consultants help individuals and organizations choose artwork. They may work with corporations, hotels, developers, healthcare organizations, or private collectors. If they know your work, they may recommend you to their clients. This can become a very valuable relationship. The seventh group is real estate professionals. Think about developers, luxury home builders, real estate agents, and staging companies. A beautiful piece of original art can help create an atmosphere in a property. Developers may need artwork for model homes or common spaces. Interior staging professionals may use art to help potential buyers imagine themselves living in a property. Again, the artist is not simply selling a painting. The artist is offering something that can become part of an environment. Now, let's talk about private collectors. Not every collector is a wealthy person with a huge mansion. Someone who buys one painting every few years is still a collector. Someone who buys a small painting because it reminds them of their childhood is a collector. Someone who discovers a new artist and follows that artist's career may eventually become a serious collector. So don't judge people by appearance. Don't assume that someone cannot afford your work. And don't assume that someone who looks wealthy will buy it. Instead, focus on genuine interest. If someone spends 10 minutes looking at one painting, asks questions, and comes back to look at it again, pay attention. They may be seriously interested. This brings us to an important point. Learn to recognize buying signals. Someone may ask, how large is it? How much is it? Is this the original? Do you have anything similar? Can I see the other works in this series? Would this be available without the frame? Can I take a photograph? Do you ship? These questions can indicate interest. But don't become aggressive. The worst thing an artist can do is pressure someone who is simply trying to appreciate the artwork. Give people space. Let them look. Let them ask. Be available when they need information. A good sales conversation doesn't feel like a sales pitch. It feels like a conversation about art. You can explain the story behind the work. You can talk about the technique. You can explain why you chose the subject. You can tell them how the painting was created. But don't overwhelm them. Sometimes the best thing you can say is simply, take your time. I'm happy to answer any questions. Then let the painting do some of the work. Another important question is whether your artwork is easy to buy. Imagine someone loves a painting. They ask how much it costs. You don't know. They ask whether it is available. You don't know. They ask whether they can pay by card. You don't know. They ask whether it can be delivered. You don't know. The opportunity may disappear. So prepare before the exhibition. Have a clear price list. Know which works are available. Know the dimensions. Know the medium. Know whether shipping is available. Have a simple way to accept payment. And keep records of interested visitors. You don't have to pressure anyone. You simply need to make the buying process easy. Now, let's return to the invitation list. Instead of one giant list, create categories. Collectors, interior designers, architects, art consultants, business owners, hotels and restaurants, real estate professionals, arts organizations, media, local cultural leaders, and then your personal network. This allows you to communicate with each group differently. A collector may care about the artwork. An interior designer may care about dimensions and color. A hotel may care about a larger collection. A journalist may care about the story behind the exhibition. A local organization may care about community involvement. One invitation does not have to sound the same for everyone. And there is one more group that can be extremely valuable. People who already love your work. They may not have purchased anything yet, but they follow you. They comment on your posts. They attend your exhibitions. They recommend you to friends. These people are part of your audience. Take care of them. They may eventually become collectors. Or they may introduce you to someone who becomes one. Your audience is not just a number. It is a network of relationships. And that network grows over time. So when you prepare your next exhibition, don't simply ask, how many invitations should I send? Ask, who is most likely to understand the value of this work? Who might want to buy it? Who might introduce it to another buyer? Who could use it in a project? And who could become part of my artistic community? Because selling art isn't simply about convincing someone to buy a painting. It is about finding the people for whom the painting already has meaning. The right buyer doesn't need to be forced. They need to discover something they genuinely want. Your job is to put the artwork in front of the right people and give them the opportunity to fall in love with it. Sometimes the person who buys your painting is a collector. Sometimes it is an interior designer. Sometimes it is a restaurant owner. Sometimes it is someone who simply walked into the gallery and saw a painting that reminded them of home. You never know who that person will be. But you can in Korea.